Our existing client base has certainly become more interested in a digital offering, and I think a lot of that's linked to the fact that some of the younger generations are coming in, and they're more used to being having access to digital content and having access to their accounts digitally. So we certainly did hear that, and that was actually the impetus for us to begin looking at a digital channel for Crossbridge as well. That was one of the driving factors behind why we selected the model that we did. We knew that the Crossbridge name was highly regarded among the ultra-high net worth client base that we currently have, but probably not so well known in the wider market. And because what we're doing involves a serious level of trust, we felt it would be very important for us to select partners with established brands who clients already trust. So we selected Pershing, who's part of BNY Mellon. They're the largest independent custodian in the market, I believe. We selected Julius Baer as an issuer and Morningstar to help us select the portfolios for the clients. So by putting sterling reputations out there along with our own, we think we helped build some trust from the clients. I think another thing is we have to get the client mindset used to the idea of digital advisory. And we're the first here, not the first globally, but all of the information that we see says that we're going to see a huge migration to digital advisory away from traditional asset management. And I think as that happens, clients will become more trusting as they become more familiar. I can't speak to the other regulators' frameworks, but here in Singapore, we've been very fortunate, right? As I mentioned, we were sort of early to market, and we worked quite closely with our counsel and as well as our consultants to make sure that we were in compliance. One of the things that probably helped us is that we're already in the KYC and AML business in our traditional wealth management side. So we kept the same standards, and we were very transparent with the regulator as to how we intended to maintain those same high standards on the digital platform. Luckily for us, the MAS is very in favor of the fintech business going forward, and they're making an active push. They had some announcements last week that will certainly help the digital advisory business. The greatest of which, I believe, was that they referred to a KYC clearinghouse here in Singapore. We don't have details yet, but once that comes out, we're confident that will streamline our onboarding process. Digital, I think, it's certainly not going away, right? We've seen a big push toward efficiency in the U.S. market as the registered investment advisor market grew. We've seen the same with the IAM market in Europe, and now we're seeing a push toward efficiency in Asia. One of the drivers of that will be technology. We can be more efficient. We can pass those savings on to the client, and using the digital solution for KYC, for AML, for trade recommendation, or for record keeping makes everything more efficient, right? And allows us to give a better experience to the client. And clients, like we mentioned before, are demanding digital, right? So we'll see more and more of it in 2017. I think a lot of the announcements that we saw this year will come to fruition in Q1, Q2 next year. And I think some of those firms that have not yet announced, and we're waiting for the MAS to come out with their guidelines, will now push forward with their plans. I think they can look forward to that. From a distribution point of view, I think we can expect to see some more aggressive approaches to portfolio structuring in terms of something along the lines of what we've done in the certificate, because it's more efficient. It results in fewer trades in the client account. And as the RM model moves more toward a fee basis and away from a commission or retrocession basis, the answer has to be more efficient trading for the client, because you're charging them a fee to look after their money, right? So you have to show that you've added value.